Here we go.
Underway here for the A final of the girls junior A. We saw this race for lanes. All of these crews battle it out yesterday, and they have been seated according to their order of finish, with the fastest crews on the top of your screen. On the far shore, if you're standing on the venue, that is Space Coast, and the lowest seated crews nearest to the shore.
There in the near picture is the Academy of the Holy Names with that triple bucket. We got three sets of athletes back to back on the same side there, so a unique rig for them usually indicates they're trying to either balance power or rhythm. But early leaders right now, looks like Miami Beach is going to try and flip yesterday's result. Miami Beach out to an early about 4-seat lead over Space Coast. Miami Beach out in front, and it looks like Lake County and Sebastian River are all going with them.
That's right. This is really excellent because we can see the quality of these crews. There is no open water. Everybody's still connected, at least for a little while. And we're seeing that, again, Miami Beach is making a major effort in order to position themselves ahead of the pack. And Miami Beach has just broken open water over Lake County and Sebastian River, but Space Coast is hanging on a half a length down, and we can see in the upper left-hand corner of our picture.
So maybe the coaches and athletes took advantage of this wonderful video coverage provided by RHS TV. Maybe they took a look at it yesterday and figured out, okay, here's where we need to change the race plan. Here's where we need to make an extra move. So right now it is Miami Beach up by about 4 seats over Space Coast, and then a real neck-and-neck battle. It's going to come down between Lake County and Sebastian River fighting for the podium, and then all crews still have contacts with other boats all the way through the field.
That's a really good indication. Wow, here we go. This is Space Coast. Look at those two beautiful blue boats and these wonderful crews from Space Coast and Miami Beach, stroke for stroke, as they go 2 minutes and 20 seconds into the race.
It's still Miami Beach with the narrowest of margins. Space Coast has made up the initial ground where they had given up 3 or 4 seats, and now it looks like Space Coast has moved out into the lead. Lake County looks like they're asserting their dominance over Sebastian River, moving into the 3rd place position. So at the 500, it looks like it is Space Coast, at the halfway mark, at the 750 mark. Space Coast has taken the lead by 2 seats over Miami Beach, with Lake County in 3rd, Sebastian River in 4th.
And if yesterday's race was anything of an indication, Miami Beach is following the pattern that they did yesterday. Fast start, and if yesterday's race was any indication, they're going to have a fast sprint as well. So it's going to be interesting to see whether Space Coast can create enough of a gap to avoid the final charge from Miami Beach. Expect a sprint from the Miami Beach girls, but Space Coast in control. And here is now the battle for 3rd place between Lake County and Sebastian River. Blow for blow, like we've seen in so many other races. Right now, currently a seat or 2 to Lake County, but Sebastian River has room to respond. There's nothing in it between these crews.
There's 500 meters still to go. It's still Space Coast out in front of Miami Beach. Lake County just ahead of Sebastian River. It's going to be a battle all the way to the finish line to sort out the medals, but it does look like Space Coast has started to open up. They're going to go firing into the last 250 meters, raising the rate, and they're starting to move away from Miami Beach.
Yeah, definitely. It's beautiful to see, looking down on these crews as we scan from left to right, and we can see right now that is the Space Coast crew over there in lane 0, and they're really maintaining their composure. They're moving along, and it looks like they're going to have a video of this race because their coxswain is wearing that GoPro camera on her head. So they will have both an audio and a video of this race, and hopefully, and it looks like they may have a state championship video to view here pretty soon.
In the final 250 meters, it is Space Coast crew in control of this race, trying to hold off a charge from Miami Beach. It looks like they created enough of a gap, but it's going to come down to the line here. But it's so tight between Sebastian River and Lake County for the final place on the podium. Lake County looked to have an initial advantage, but it is so tight. Sebastian River has clawed back, and do they have the momentum to finish the job in the final 150 or so meters?
All right, so it's going to be very interesting. It's a done deal between Space Coast and Miami Beach. But who will it be for third place? Will it be the lake? Will it be Sebastian? And Sebastian seems to be maintaining their composure, but here comes the lake.
Space Coast is going to come across the line with the length of open water to take the win in the girls Junior 8 state champions for Space Coast crew. Miami Beach, a strong effort and letting it fly for Space Coast. Smooth operation there. Miami Beach comes across the line in silver, and Sebastian River is going to overturn Lake County. Sebastian River, great result to finish in bronze medal position and take home some hardware for them. Lake County, heartbreak to be left off the podium after a strong race for lanes yesterday. Capital City is next across the line in 5th, St. Thomas Aquinas in 6th, Our Lady of Lourdes in 7th, and the triple bucket of Academy of the Holy Names will come across the line in 8th to round out the pack. But congratulations to Space Coast. I'd like to see a replay of that Let It Fly. That was very smooth.
The giant eagle going across with their gunnelling their oars and their blades as high up in the air as they could. That was really cool.
Yes, Space Coast will be taking home the O'Connell Trophy for the girls Youth Junior 8. And congratulations to our highest finishing scholastic team, St. Thomas Aquinas High School, who will be receiving the Joseph O'Connor Oakey Cup for the Scholastic Junior 8. Also, of note, the bottom 3 crews on your screen, St. Thomas Aquinas, Our Lady of Lourdes, and Academy of the Holy Names, if they do decide to pursue a Scholastic Nationals campaign, those 3 boats, as the highest 3 Scholastic Nationals qualifying places, will receive those bids. So congratulations to them.
Watch this. They go across the line, and they're going to see they gunnel their oars. That is confidence, and that's really nice rowing. Those ladies timed their finishes, and they just really maintain their composure, flying across the line with a flying eagle finish.
Yeah, really great execution by all of those crews. A lot of maturity